Tonight from Fenway, the Red Sox and Diamondbacks tangle in Game 2 of the series. The Bats carried the Sox to a victory in Game 1. This evening, all eyes will be on the pitcher's mound. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway. Great to have you along. I'm Dave O'Brien, the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley at my side, and Gary Striewski will be joining us in just a couple of moments. And tonight, Clay Buchholz returns to his starting capacity, his first start since the 2nd of July.
I'll tell you what, I give him a lot of credit for what he's went through. You know, where he came from, everybody almost booing him out of the ballpark, and he did his job. He was in the bullpen, pitched about 20 innings, and it's gotten better and better and better. You know, that's not a great big sample, but recently, the last 6 innings, he hasn't given up anything, and he deserves this start. I hear him talking about he's going to go about this start like he has been in the bullpen, just going after people. I think he should have done that a long time ago, because I think he had so many pitches, he didn't know how to condense them, and the next thing you know, he would get knocked around. You know, he couldn't keep the ball in the ballpark more than anything else. So we'll see how far he goes. He'll go as hard as he can, as long as he can.
You know, out of the bullpen, he did not allow a home run, and he's 1-0 in his only appearance against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll see how far he does go tonight as the Red Sox look to take 2 in a row. Andrew Benintendi is in center field tonight. Gary Striewski along to talk about that. A little bit of a position change for the youngster when we come back to Fenway just prior to Game 2. Brought to you by BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. By Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. The 2017 Kia Sportage. Visit anykiadealers.com to learn more. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Subaru Retailers of New England. And by Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. Red Sox and the Diamondbacks, the visitors from the National League. Game 2 here from Fenway as we turn to our pal Gary Striewski, who has the best hair of anybody on the diamond, unless you consider the youngster Andrew Benintendi. He is creeping up on you there, Striker.
Obi, that's much appreciated. Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, especially Benintendi. Of course, he is the guy with the golden flow. He's also the outfielder who won the Golden Spikes back in 2015. If you're not familiar with that, you're watching at home. It's essentially the Heisman Trophy equivalent given to the best amateur baseball player. Of course, Benintendi winning that as a sophomore at the University of Arkansas as an outfielder. So Benintendi getting the start in center field. If you're worried about, uh-oh, he's going from left to center, fret not. He's used to it, and he's ready for it tonight.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've played center most of my life and in college, so I think just kind of getting used to center field here and the dimensions and BP is helpful.
Absolutely. Have you guys sort of, I mean, what is the, I guess, chemistry process and learning to play with Jackie and learning to play with now Brock and Mookie is pretty much the stalemate that you've seen on a day in and day out basis?
It's awesome. I mean, coming in here, I didn't really know what to expect, but I mean, even the whole clubhouse has been awesome. Playing out there with Jackie and Mookie and Brock, it's like playing with guys, like I've been playing with them for my whole life. So they've taken me in, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right, so obviously been attending, conducting himself like an everyday veteran, so ready to see himself in center field. And trust me, guys, we're going to learn more about Andrew Benintendi in Game 2 tonight than you ever thought you needed to know. First pitch coming up.
Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. And by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Among those in the crowd here tonight is Kevin Millar and not far away Jason Varitek, always bringing back nice memories for Red Sox fans when those two are anywhere near each other.
Yeah, Millar always gets a good seat, doesn't he? Was he tight with Warner?
Yeah, and he's always eating.
Yeah.
Always
and
eating
always
something.
Chirping.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. Very entertaining as Clay Buchholz leads the Red Sox onto the diamond, making his first start since July 2nd. He'll be 32 years old tomorrow. Here's a look at the Diamondback lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Gene Segura leads things off. Michael Bourne right behind him. Paul Goldschmidt is their top player. He's at first base. Jake Lamb at third. Ricky Weeks the DH. Yasmani Tomas is in left field with Chris Owings at short. Oscar Hernandez the catcher. And Socrates Brico is in right field at batting ninth. Red Sox starting pitcher presented by New England Audi dealers. Buchholz has been pitching very effectively out of the bullpen, allowing just one run in his last 6 appearances.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Red Sox are 5th in the American League. You see around the infield Travis Shaw, Bogey at short, Petey at second, Hanley Ramirez at first. Out in the outfield left to right, Brock Holt, Benintendi in center field, Mookie Betts in right. Behind the plate, Sandy Leone catching Buchholz.
Tonight's umpire is brought to you by ToyotaCertified.com. Ted Barrett has the plate. Lance Barksdale at first base. Angel Hernandez at second. And Will Little makes the calls at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by ToyotaCertified.com. Search for your factory-backed Toyota Certified used vehicle right now. It looks gloomy right now over Fenway Park, but it is dry. And haven't had the tarp on the field at all. So a very good sign. 70 degrees. It's cooled off considerably. There is a chance of thunderstorms tonight And I'll tell you what, tomorrow will be an absolute scorcher. They're talking about upper 90s.
Ooh.
So Segura to get in with a uniform that matches the cloud cover. And the first pitch on the way from Clay is right down the middle for strike one.
Boy, that's nice to see right from the get-go. Fastball right there. We'll see what if he does what he said he was going to do. Take that bullpen act to the mound as a starter.
And just throw. The 0-1. Segura, good hitter. 311, 10 homers, 44 runs batted in. He was 2 for 5 with a triple and a double last night. Got the game off to a wild start with that triple. Jackie Bradley took a tumble and could not make the play. Went for a 3-base hit. Jackie later said, "I was just clumsy." I'm like, Jackie Bradley's not clumsy.
He almost caught that thing. It would have been unbelievable circus catch.
He's on the bench tonight with an aching foot after fouling a ball off his toe a couple of nights ago. Here comes the 2-1. In there for a strike. On the corner, said Barrett. Count 2-2.
There's some meaning right there. Those first 4 pitches, you see 2 fastballs and 2 cutters that just missed on the outside corner.
Bourne on deck, the 2-2. Ground ball routine to Pedroia. Up and over for out number 1. Time now for our tools of the trade presented by DeWalt FlexVolt. On that play last night, you talk about bizarro world starting, hitting a divot or something out there, and then moments later the shot, and Jackie makes a shoestring catch just about. How about this throw?
This is the play right here because Segura thought he was fine. He's just checking it out for a while. Became, just sort of became a fan looking on. He got thrown out backside.
DeWalt FlexVolt is the official power tool of the Boston Red Sox. So it's another outfield assist for Jackie Bradley, his 12th of the year, because he gets credit for one there too. Bourne hitting .247 with 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 last night. Goldschmidt on deck, just getting started at Fenway. And Buchholz with the 0-1. High pop up into center field. Benintendi, his first start in center field at the big league level. 2 down.
Nicely done. 2 outs, 7 pitches, all hard stuff.
Young center fielder's really uptight about playing up there. He's having a hard time getting control of himself. He is loosey-goosey.
He really is. Casual as can be. Chomping on that gum.
Goldschmidt .299 with 18 homers. He's driven in 74. 1 for 4 with a walk last night.
Here's a curveball, first off-speed pitch.
And he drops it in for a strike. Benintendi enjoyed himself. In high school he scored 1,700 points. And he hit a lot of threes. He could really shoot it.
Boy, it doesn't take him long to get comfortable, did it?
The 0-1. How important is the first inning for Buchholz to get through it clean?
Huge. I like the way he went at it. First 7 pitches, everything hard. You see him start off Goldschmidt with 2 breaking balls.
Stephen Wright temporarily on the shelf. So Clay getting another chance at starting.
Little cutter right here. Get it away.
The 1-1. Popped him up but foul out of play. In 3 starts after coming out of the bullpen the first time, Buchholz went 0-3. 18 hits, 14 runs, gave up 5 home runs and 14 1/3. He's been keeping the ball in the ballpark out of the bullpen.
Yeah, 1 inning at a time. It's a little easier.
And a 1-2 to the number 3 hitter. Little up at 93.
He's made most of his mistakes, throughout the course of the year to right-handed hitters. They're only hitting a little over 200, but they got 12 home runs off him. So he makes a mistake, they make him pay. Well, here we go again. He's going to throw him a changeup.
On the 2-2. And he got him. Cut and miss. So a quick start for Clay Buchholz. He retires Arizona 1, 2, 3 with the Sox coming up. Into Benintendi getting some pointers from Jackie Bradley about playing center field. He handled his only chance flawlessly. And we're underway in the bottom half of the first inning. No score. Dustin Pedroia leading things off against a right-hander by the name of Archie Bradley, who just turned 24 3 days ago. Loop foul out of play by Pedroia, hitting .298 with 12 home runs. Bradley has but one win in his last 9 starts, coming in 4-7, a .480 earned run average. He's been hit hard the last couple of times out.
He's had trouble commanding his fastball more than anything else.
Breaking ball popped up on the infield, and Owings is underneath it at shortstop to put it away. Red Sox lineup brought to you by buyatoyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Xander Bogaerts next. Then Mookie Betts out of the 3 spot. David Ortiz and Hanley Ramirez both homered last night. Hanley twice. Travis Shaw, Sandy Leon, Brock Holt, who's in left, and Benintendi in center. The starters tonight against Bradley. You can get up there to about 95 miles an hour. Throws a lot of pitches. Last time out, 4 2/3 innings against Milwaukee. He needed 116 pitches in there for a strike on Xander.
He goes after guys. Has trouble, like I said, commanding his fastball. It's got a knuckle curve. That's what you saw, the pop-up by Pedroia.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bogaerts at .315, 14 homers, 69 RBIs. Question is Xander out of his slump? He had 2 hits last night. He went 2 for 4. And he looks at a ball. That is the 41st time this season he's had a multi-hit game.
Last night he just took what they gave him, a high fastball away, dunked it over into right field.
High chop to third, the backhand stab by Lamb. And 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox, with Betts about to dig in.
Yeah, the defense for the Diamondbacks is brought to you by DraftKings. Around the infield, Jake Lamb, Owings at short, Segura at second, Goldschmidt at first. Out in the outfield, Tomas, Michael Bourne in center, Socrates Brito in right. Behind the plate, Hernandez catching Archie Bradley. Love Socrates.
You're a big fan of the original, the philosopher, or this guy?
I'm drawn to it, though. I can't help it.
Mookie Betts will take a strike. 309 with 23 homers and 75 runs batted in. Last night snapping an 11-game hitting streak. And a 2-hopper to the shortstop. That's a fast inning. The Red Sox go 1, 2, 3, and we're scoreless after 1 at Fenway. Top of the second inning, Lamb, Weeks, and Tomas. That'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Arizona in a 0-0 game. Clay Buchholz featuring that breaking ball right away, but that one misses for ball 1. Usually a good sign if he's landing that curve quickly.
Oh yes, it sets everything up. Haven't seen his fastball yet. Now he's going to try to go to a little changeup here, back-to-back off speed.
And did not get the call on either one of those, which could have been strikes. Ted Barrett said no, and the count 2-0.
Wrap around the outside corner with a little curveball, back-to-back curveball, same spot.
Lamb 274, good power. That one in there for a strike with a fastball, and 24 home runs for this kid.
Almost 25, just missed taking David Price deep right at the wall last time up last night.
And he can run a little bit with 8 triples, which is tops in the National League. 72 RBIs, the 2-1 from Clay Buchholz. Now he's got a 3-1 on him.
A changeup got away from him.
Toronto has already won. They beat Houston 4-2 earlier today. So they pulled into a first place tie at the moment with Baltimore. That'll be inside, and he walks him. So Lamb is on, and Weeks is next. This greater coverage of baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. Tomorrow's birthdays include Clay Buchholz, will be 32. Juan Pierre was born in 77. Mark Loretta, Mark Gubiza also celebrating birthdays. Mark Fidrich was born in 1954. The Bird.
A good friend of mine. Miss him.
We all do. I saw him pitch here in his rookie year with the Detroit Tigers, and Yaz beat him with a 2-run homer into the screen. When the screen was up there over the monster, it was the only pitch that Fidrich got above the knees all night.
It's incredible how he kept the ball down.
Ricky Weeks hitting .250 with 6 home runs. 33-year-old veteran had a really solid run for Milwaukee for about 5 or 6 years.
I think he got hurt, didn't he, and kind of curtailed his career.
Yep. And one really good year in 2010 when he hit 29 homers and drove in 83 runs, so he has some power.
Went deep last night. A changeup off of Price. Looks like he changed his shoes, though. He had those pretty blue shoes on last night.
That's because you said something about it.
Right, now he's got the black ones on.
He said, I was not impressing the Hall of Famers, so off they come. Long set and a 1-0. The breaking ball snapped in there. 1-1 on Weeks. Arizona playing their 11th straight game at Fenway Park in this series between the two. The Red Sox have only played at Chase Field in Phoenix one time, one series. It was 07.
How does that work out?
Very odd. Diamondbacks are 5-8 here at Fenway, so they're not real thrilled about it either. The 1-1. Tap foul. Tomas on deck. He's another power source for a very aggressive lineup.
Boy, he's hot too. Last 14 games, he's on fire.
To 21 home runs this season. And as David Price found out last night, they will swing early. They were going after a lot of first pitches last night. Price picked up the win. Here comes the 1-2 pitch with a runner at first base. Not a big lead for Lamb. And it's 2-2.
Here we go again. It took him 5 signs to get to that changeup. Leone doesn't really know what to call right here. He kind of yanks this changeup. You see the 3-finger changeup down and away. He doesn't want to challenge anybody with that cheese of his. Another changeup.
Two to Weeks. Ground ball. Shaw with it to second one. On to first. Got him. Double play. Two down.
Changeup gets him a double play. Changeup jams him a little bit. One hop. Nice play. Almost went back to Shaw to his left, but Petey turns it over easily. Boy, he does this so easy. Nobody can get a glove on him.
You're right. He never gets hit, does he?
No, he doesn't. Now with the new rule,
he'll never get hit.
No. But he stays in there. He always did before the rule change.
Yep.
He always stayed in there.
Not feeling great. Still a little under the weather. But he turns two, and here's Tomas. See that big swing he takes. 272, 21 home runs for him. Right-hand hitter from Cuba.
He's hit 8 jacks in the last 14 games. I mean, that's sick. They're getting worried about this guy. They thought this was a bad sign. All of a sudden he gets hot for 2 weeks. They're thinking maybe we got something.
We were surprised he was out of the lineup last night. He's had a stiff neck.
Is that what it was? I was surprised.
Yeah, missed 4 games with that. Chip Hale, the manager, in his second year, managing a last place club. Although they came in playing well, they had won 4 straight before the Red Sox bounced them last night 9-4. And a ground ball to Xander Bogaerts. So Clay Buchholz gets out of that inning pretty quickly after walking the leadoff man. Now the farewell continues for David Ortiz, who will lead off the second inning. No score between the Sox and Arizona. David hitting .312. Hit his 26th home run of the season last night and drove in his 90th run as he went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And fouled away, and the count quickly 0-2.
David gets a ball out over the plate, and he just lifts this ball. He knows it's gone. Doesn't want to have to run anyway, so he jogged gently around the bases. Took him about 45 seconds just to stay in shape.
Number 529. He is 19th on the all-time list.
This kid just gets it and heaves it. Let's go.
Swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and down goes Big Papi.
That's impressive right there. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Cross seam fastball, letter high, rising a little bit. David gets all tied up. You don't see that happen very often.
So 1 away as Bradley gets his first strikeout. That'll send up Hanley Ramirez. Big night for Hanley last night as he blasted a pair of 3-run homers. That first one was out of here in about a second and a half down the left field line.
How could they throw him a 3-0 fastball? That was the stupidest pitch of the night. with the base open.
Foul back. Drove in 6 runs to tie career high.
Corbin throws him a 3-0 cookie. See ya. Then fastball up, out, over, and he takes it to dead central. Man, feeling good. In the second inning, he already got 6 RBIs.
You know, he's been battling the sore wrist. He got run over by a truck in a Yankee series.
You think he's never going to come back, you know? Get the ambulance, take him out of here, and then he comes back with 2 3-run Johnsons.
He said afterwards, I don't expect to be feeling too good at this time of the year, so it really doesn't matter. And he was locked in last night, and the Red Sox win. Now 16 homers and 70 runs batted in. Travis Shaw on deck. Nothing in the second. Archie Bradley out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, with a 2-2. Foul away.
Boy, he's proud of his cheese, boy. He's going after people.
Nice grab here. Right on the front row. That's how you do that.
He's the man. Here comes a hook.
Did he hold up? They appeal, and he did. Lance Barksdale says no swing.
This curveball went sideways. He did hold up.
Over the last 48 home games, Hanley's hitting .309 with 10 homers and 45 RBIs at Fenway. Likes being home. The 3-2. He spoiled that one out of play.
Boy, this guy goes right at you. He gives you something to hit. We've seen several fastballs early on. 95, the hottest one. Back to the gas.
3-2. Line shot, and it nails him. He'll pick it up and shovel on to get him. Back in April, Bradley was struck in the face by a 115-mile-per-hour line drive, and he suffered a sinus fracture and went on the DL.
Look at this ball. I'm flinching right here. He gets his glove up for it. He almost got his right hand in there, but I think it got him on the glove side, and he's right away telling everybody he's okay. But you see this bullet right back at you. Just trying to protect yourself. You got no chance if that's got your name on it. And like you said before, he's taken one in the face earlier this year. That is scary.
Came off the DL and he said, I'm back to normal like it never happened. Probably helped that he was a very talented high school quarterback in Oklahoma. Here's Travis Shaw. He takes a pitch in the dirt. You know, obviously you got nailed before.
I've never been nailed in the face.
Not in the face.
But if somebody got me in the face, it's hard to go back out there. I know a lot of guys get drilled at home plate, right? And they have a hard time staying in there to hit, and I can understand that. But you could see right away he wanted everybody to know, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. You know, because obviously they know this happened to him before. It's tough, man, you'd be gun shy after that.
2-0 pitch, and that'll dip down low for a ball. But you can't pitch as long as you did and not get nailed somewhere on the body many times.
Yeah, I got nailed everywhere, but just not in the face.
Working quickly, the 3-0 pitch, and he deals a strike on Travis, hitting .256 with 14 home runs.
Boy, he likes to get it and throw it. You got to get this guy out of rhythm sometimes.
You saw Hanley Ramirez doing that, asking for time to break him up. Fouled off the catcher. Travis came on to play third early last night. He wound up going 0 for 3. And he's 0 for 11 on the homestand. Sandy Leon would be next. There are 2 down, no score, second inning.
Little fastball in.
And he popped him up on the third base side in fair territory, and that will do it. The Red Sox go 1-2-3. As we are joined by Ryan Loisel, he's the program director of Friendsway. And Ryan, thanks for being with us. Tell us a little bit about your organization, what you guys do.
Sure. So Friendsway is Rhode Island's only children's bereavement center. We're serving children, teens, and their families, ages 3 to 18, after there's been a significant death in their lives.
How did this get started for you?
For me, I was a volunteer for about 10 years, and I've been the program director for 5.
Well, the Impact Awards, it's a big deal.
It's a very big deal. For $10,000, yes.
This is going to go to a very, very good cause. Here's the ceremony beforehand. But how will you use the $10,000?
So all of our services are free at Friendsway. So the $10,000 will help defray our pizza costs, our arts and craft supplies, building, management, overall budgeting, and everything goes back into the program.
So the Red Sox are a bit of a godsend here for you.
Yes, we are. Yes, they are.
Well, congratulations. It's going to be a thrill for you.
It is. We are very excited. We're on the Monster, so it's great seats.
When you're on the Monster,
yes,
you know you've made it.
Absolutely.
Well done. Great job.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Ryan.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much.
Ryan Loisel, who is the program director for Friendsway. It is Rhode Island Day as we celebrate the great state of Rhode Island. Owings will knock that one foul out of play. Scoreless as we go on to the third inning. Proud flag over Fenway. Owings will be followed by Hernandez and then new favorite player Socrates Brito.
You got it.
Who can play a little bit. Scuffling right now at the bat. Buchholz has seen so far only 6 batters over the first 2 innings. And he nails the corner there. 0-2 on Owings, hitting .277 with 2 homers and 26 runs batted in.
That's the pitch, that down and away pitch. If you could nail that thing consistently, you can pitch at the big leagues.
Looking for his second strikeout tonight. Clay deals the 0-2. Just outside. Clay said about this start, it's more what I want to do rather than letting the hitter determine what I'm going to throw. And I'm in a better place in my mind right now as far as the delivery.
He's in love with that fastball, and I like it. Down and away. Hit it. Dot it. You see that defensive swing by the hitter.
Clay's made just 1 start in his career against Arizona. That was quite some time ago. It was 6 years ago. And he got the win. 8 strikeouts over 5 2/3. Trying to put away the number 7 hitter in Owings.
A little cutter here.
Couldn't get him to chase that one.
It's a giant cutter is what that was.
Tomorrow, Game 3, the finale of this series, last game of the homestand. Rick Porcello against Zach Greinke. Porcello 15-3, Greinke 11-3. And the Red Sox with a monster road trip, the 2-2. Off speed, 3-2.
Doesn't really have a feel for that changeup.
So if you know that early, you can always stick it in your back pocket and come back to it later.
Right. Because he hasn't featured a lot of changeups. If you think about it, out of the bullpen, it's hard to get a feel for it out there. Your third best pitch or whatever. Everything's hard out of the bullpen.
3-2 breaking ball is outside, so he's walked him. So Owings becomes the second man to walk, leading off an inning. And we'll send up Oscar Hernandez, who's the catcher. DraftKings is the official one-day fantasy baseball partner of the Red Sox. Experience the thrill of playing on DraftKings now. Play free daily using the promo code NESSON at DraftKings.com. After you went to the bullpen, did you ever go back and start again?
A couple of times the first year.
Was that strange?
Yeah, but I still wanted to start. Even after that year was over, I still wanted to start. You never want to stop starting.
Chopper foul by Hernandez, hitting just 200 with 1 home run.
Thank God I did. I had a spot start against Clemens here in 1987. I don't want a spot start against Clemens. You know what I mean? Here.
At Fenway.
I got the L. Yeah.
So you always saw yourself as a starter?
I did. You beat your head against the wall because you think, it's a demotion to go out there. Not nowadays.
Dive back in. Good scoop by Hanley Ramirez to keep that one from getting by on a poor throw.
You could make a lot of iron out there too, right? Pretty good play right there. A little pick. That ball would have been down the line.
There had to have been a point in your career where you stopped believing you were a starting pitcher, though.
Oh, totally.
When you became a closer.
Once I shook hands about 15 times that one year. You know what I mean? I was digging it. Next thing you know, I was the man, and I only had to pitch 1 inning.
0-1 on the way. Fly to center off the end of the bat. Benintendi has to come in on it. And the rookie makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Red Sox season ticket holders can experience the best seats, price, and benefits Fenway has to offer, including potential postseason opportunities. For information on becoming a season ticket holder, visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Sox 9 today. And consider that done.
59 years.
Marge and Frank, unbelievable. Well done. 59 years. I just got to 30. That's nothing for Marge and Frank.
I only made it once to 20. I'm trying over and over again.
Well, here's your man Socrates Brito, who was named after the philosopher. He's also the first Socrates ever to play in the majors.
That's why it grabs you when you see it. You
Yeah.
just never seen it.
Yeah. Socrates, who said, "An unexamined life is not worth living." He's also believed to be the first to say, "Take two and hit to right."
So you've got to, if you have that name, you've got to be pretty profound whenever you're chirping, huh?
Yeah.
You got to tell me something that's meaningful. I'll tell you what's meaningful. If you go bridge for this team, they'd be loving you.
Going bridge had a vastly different meaning in Socrates' time, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
1 out, a runner on, and a 2-0 pitch. He looks at the ball.
He will not throw it straight. 2-0. He is not going to throw you a cross seam fastball. He's still going to cut it.
He's walked 2 men, Lamb and Owings. Owings now leading at first base. He's taking all the way, and that nips the corner, according to Ted Barrett.
Well, he yanked that. He got away with it. It is a strike, but he's trying to paint the outside corner. He'll take a strike any way he can get it. See if you throw back-to-back fastballs. Yes, he will.
On a 3-1 pitch. Runner holding. And a ground ball maybe for 2. Pedroia to Bogarts. They turn 2 again. So each time he's walked a man, he's gotten a double play. Still no score.
lightly on this one. Boom. Brock Holt.
A+.
Nothing more needs to be said. All right, Brock, A+.
He's still got great flow right now. I mean, he's got short hair on the sides, but on that top, he's still got good flow.
Rumor has it he said that you were talking about potentially cutting your hair, and he's trying to talk you off the ledge.
It's true. It's true.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. All right, last but not least, be very careful, Andrew. Here we go. Hall of Fame hair, literally. We got X-Flow.
Yeah, see, like this right here kind of, reminds me of my hair a little bit. It does. I mean, yeah, he's got
coming out of the back.
So it goes over the ear a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's got great volume. So I'm gonna give that one A++. So yeah, I'm gonna try to model my hair after this.
That wouldn't be a bad thing to model. When are you gonna grow a mustache? Boston wants to know when Andrew Benintendi is gonna grow a mustache. Can you grow a mustache?
No, that's one thing. This is 3 days, and it looks like I shaved my mustache. So, I think I need to grow into that one a little bit.
Andrew Benintendi, an A+ grader and A+ hair. I'm not going to ask you about mine because I don't want to get my feelings hurt, so take it away, fellas.
You guys concerned me a little bit. That's a lot of talk about hair.
Really?
Looping line drive into right field for a base hit by Sandy León. That is the first knock of the night for the Red Sox.
Sandy León, line drive, Sandy.
I pulled out a vintage shot of Ueck there. The striker did back in the days of the big time flow.
Benintendi's playing up to me, isn't he? He knows better.
Now that's good.
That's not when it was peaking though. That was Red Sox days. But that Stas is kicking though. Not like it is now. It's like tired now all of a sudden.
Guys, I know that's not necessarily what you wanted to know. That's the information that I know you guys absolutely need to know. We're talking about some of the best hair in the big leagues, so why not ask one of the guys with the best hair in the big leagues? Eck, I do have one question, though. Yeah. The only indication that this was sometime in the 70s was the uniform. Otherwise, we wouldn't know if that was the flow from the 70s, 80s, 90s, or yesterday. One tweeter actually brought that point up because it stayed intact for that long.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
It is a compliment.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Written all over it.
If it's the 70s, 80s, 90s, it never stopped.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that was 79, if I recall. Yeah.
Do you remember the year that picture of your hair was taken?
I'm guessing because of the uni.
Because of the uni?
Yeah. I don't know. But it's not that full. But I am, I'm excited about that kid Benintendi. He's got serious moss.
Yeah.
And he's not ashamed of it at all. And I wonder where it's going to lead to. Where's it going to go? Because Brock cut his off.
He did. He's had a couple of different styles.
Right.
In the box right now, and he taps that one to second base. Segura with a spin to second one, but not in time for two. So Holt beats the rap at first base as León is out at second base. No score here in the third. And Benintendi will be next.
I just hope Benintendi doesn't go to the old cut the sides and have the bun thing. Right? What do they call that? I don't know what they call that.
They call it a bun thing.
The man bun or whatever.
Man bun?
Yeah, whatever. That's a new thing. I think Barnes has it. You saw Kelly had it at one point, right?
He's from Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that.
I don't think it's going there.
No.
Plus, this is his look.
Right. He should be proud of it.
346. No homers yet. 4 runs batted in for the youngster.
Gentlemen, funny you mentioned that because I had Benintendi grade some other big league flow, including Josh Donaldson and Eck. I think this is the look that you're wanting to see what he handed his grade to. That's actually coming tomorrow, and if that's not a tease for TV, I don't know what is.
All righty. Thanks, Stryker. Holt back in at first base, scoreless in the third inning.
But Donaldson, boy, he can hit, though. He can wear his hair any way he wants.
Yeah, I think Donaldson can pull that off.
Yeah,
I think that suits his personality.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Dustin Pedroia on deck. Red Sox facing Bradley for the first time, and he deals downstairs for a ball. Bradley made his major league debut in April of 2015 and outpitched Clayton Kershaw in a 6-0 win over the Dodgers, allowing 1 hit, 6 innings. The 2-0 and a base hit into left field. He slices that one into left. Holt to second base, and the Red Sox have 2 men on for the first time tonight.
I think that's the kid's swing right there. He lets that ball travel, fastball travel in on him, and he just hits his ball the other way. This is a beautiful piece of hitting. That ball's right down the middle, but he just waits and carves that ball the other way. I think this is what he does a lot of, to use the whole field. Early on, you're going to see him do that a lot. I don't think he's going to try to pull all that much.
So Brock Holt at second. Benintendi on at first base. Pedroia in the box. He's 0 for 1 with a pop to short. He left last night's game after just 2 at-bats, a single and a hard shot to second. An error was charged on that play. He left with flu-like symptoms. He still doesn't sound great, but got back in the lineup tonight. Red Sox trying to grab the early lead here in the 3rd inning at Fenway. Archie Bradley from the set. Fouled away at home plate. Xander Bogaerts on deck, 1 man out. Pedroia did score twice last night before he left. He's another Red Sox hitter who should reach 100 runs scored this season, along with Betts and Bogaerts. Shot to right, under the glove of Goldschmidt. That may get in a run. Brito charging. Holt coming home, and a throw won't get him. He's in to score. Benintendi down to 3rd. 1-0 Boston on a Pedroia base hit.
Pedroia, he does it again. This is what he's been doing all season. Recently, he's been pulling the ball a lot, but he does what he does best. A couple breaking balls early in the count. He gets a fastball down and in. Look what he does with that fastball. Just shoots this ball. Luckily, I don't know how he got to this ball. Hit it hard enough. Goldschmidt dove for it. Out of his reach. Kind of a late dive right there. Brito throws a good throw. 1 hop to the plate. Does not get Holt. And the runner goes to 3rd.
Red Sox with a lot of speed on the bases, and now comes Xander Bogaerts, who's 0 for 1 with a ground to the 3rd. First one is in there for strike 1 at 94 from Bradley.
Boy, Pedroia just fought that ball off. Kind of surprised Goldschmidt a little bit. I thought that ball was playable right away, and he kind of dove for it. Kind of funny.
And it got on him quicker than he thought it would.
Yeah.
Down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bradley was a 2-sport standout at Broken Arrow High in Oklahoma. His mom was the principal. He got away with nothing. He said, if I got a B, I wasn't playing sports.
I would have been in trouble.
Would not have been allowed to leave the house. Actually committed to play both baseball and football at the University of Oklahoma. He's an outstanding quarterback. Flared foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got away with one right there. That's a good pitch to hit. Looked like Bogaerts trying to hit the ball the other way. Watch him dive into this thing, trying to hit it the other way.
Mookie Betts on deck. Runners at the corners and a run in on a single by Dustin Pedroia. The 1-2. He got him. Back to the 95-mile-an-hour fastball to strike out Xander Bogaerts.
Well, that ball had some giddy up on it. Kind of a weird swing the pitch before, like I said, trying to hit the ball the other way, and this ball just beats him. Kind of a lazy swing. It got on him. I don't know what he's thinking. That ball's on you.
So it's up to Mookie Betts to do a little more with this inning if the Red Sox are going to. He is 0 for 1 with a grounder short. Sitting there with 62 extra base hits. David Ortiz has 64, and they rank 1-2 in the majors in that category. And a strike.
That's the best breaking ball he's thrown all day here. Starts him off. That's a beautiful thing when you start off a hitter with a good breaking ball. A lot of ways to go after that.
The 1-strike pitch. He wouldn't chase, down into the dirt and stopped by Hernandez. David Ortiz on deck.
Nice block there by Hernandez. seems like a given. This is the big leagues. They just block balls. No big deal, but it is a big deal.
Saved a run there. The 1-1 coming. High chop foul. Now, depending on that right knee, which has given Mookie Betts some trouble lately, potentially he could hit 300, hit 30 homers, steal 30 bases, and have 200 hits. He is on that pace. That knee and that calf have been problematic lately, and that is going to be in there for strike 3. Right on the black to strike him out. The Red Sox settle for 1 run. Red Sox show presented by AAA. Catch my exclusive interview with Dodger broadcasting legend Vin Scully. Don't miss the complete interview tomorrow at 6 only on NESN. Now the Red Sox hopeful of getting a little bit more than the one they got off of Bradley, but he pitched himself out of a jam.
He really did. Came back-to-back punch outs, Bogarts, and then he just painted Betts.
So on to the 4th inning, 1-0 Red Sox leading Arizona. Segura in the box. He's 0 for 1 with a grounder to second.
Oof.
Hitting .311 coming in. He has 142 hits. He's tied for the National League lead. And he can run if he gets on. Here's the 1-1. Line and caught by the leaping Shaw for a fast out. 1 away in the 4th.
You got to get away with something occasionally. That always helps. A little breaking ball down. He's right on this. Top spin. Easy play by Shaw.
Bourne 0 for 1. He's flying out to center. Guy's been around a while. Arizona's his 3rd team this season as he looks at a strike. He's also been with Atlanta and with Toronto very briefly.
Kind of a bust with Cleveland, right? When he signed a big free agent contract a few years back. He and Swisher signed at the same time.
0-1. Two strikes on Bourne. Paul Goldschmidt next. Red Sox ahead 1-0 the 4th inning. Buchholz eyeing his 2nd strikeout. Instead into right center field. That'll drop down for a base hit. So Bourne is on. Hood is proud to be the official dairy of the Boston Red Sox, serving New England communities for 170 years.
Yeah, Buchholz tried to throw that two-seamer. He likes to come back on the inside corner. Jam Bourne is trying to punch him out in there.
And now the two-time National League MVP runner-up.
This guy's scary.
Outstanding power. So far 18 home runs. He's had some big seasons for Arizona. 1 year 125 RBIs in 2013.
He's the guy they built the whole team around. See how he carries that bat. He puts that bat almost upside down when he gets set.
Buchholz struck him out on a changeup in the first inning. Clay has had 2 double plays turned behind him.
You know, we know Clay loves to throw to first base. There's a reason, because Bourne can run and this team can run.
We talked about this last night in the series against the Mets, a 3-game series right before they came to Boston. They stole 13 bases just in that series. A 1 pitch lash foul. That is 1 fewer than the Orioles have stolen all season as a team. So they will do what they can to produce runs, and they have some home run hitters, and here's their top guy as far as all around hitting. Bourne at first base and 1 down. Red Sox had 1-0 in the 4th inning. He's not running, and that's high. 1-2.
He hasn't got a very big lead to begin with.
Goldschmidt's been a hot hitter too. 343 in his last 9 games.
Goldschmidt's not afraid to go the other way.
Big hole on that right side of the infield, and another skip throw over to first base where Hanley Ramirez digs it out. That's happened twice tonight.
You know, that's not real good. In a 1-run game, you throw, 1 hopper to your first baseman.
Goldschmidt 3rd all-time on Arizona's hit list, behind Luis Gonzalez and Steve Finley.
See this cutter. Get this cutter outside.
1-2, and he missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Goldschmidt.
This ball was never a strike. Easy pitch to take. Ball was a ball as soon as it left his hand.
Of course, the home run ball has been a problem when he has started, and he left that one up high for a ball.
He hasn't had a good feel for his changeup at all. That was a sloppy one. Once again, that little 3-finger grip. That ball's way up and out of the strike zone.
So to count full, Bourne getting a short lead at first base. He's running, and it's popped up foul out of play. So they had Bourne in motion. He'll return to first base with 1 away.
Well, that fastball was in a good spot to Goldschmidt. Kind of forget about the runner when you're thinking about 3 and 2. You don't want to make a mistake to this big hairy guy at the plate. You know what I mean? Hooray for the runner. I got to make a good pitch here. And he look at that ball crept back over the middle. He got away with it. He didn't mean to throw it there.
Out of the bullpen, Clay is not allowed a home run in 19 2/3. As a starter in 71 1/3, he allowed 17. And that was a consistent issue. Time is asked for here. Now Xander Bogaerts wants to come in for a word with Clay Buchholz. 4th inning, 1-0 Boston. Arizona only has 1 hit against Clay. Just got that moments ago. That was Michael Bourne.
You gonna run in there and tell me who's covering second base at a 3-2 count? I'm locked in.
Here's the payoff pitch. The runner taking off, and it is outside for ball 4. So he's walked 3 men, 1 in each of the last 3 innings, and now runners at first and second for Arizona. Jake Lamb coming up. He's their cleanup hitter.
Boy, he was careful to Goldschmidt. He had to be. But Lamb, he could do some damage right here.
Well, don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC and Steve Lyons will break it all down. You'll hear from Clay Buchholz and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason? So first real situation of the night for Clay. A single and a walk. He walked this guy, Jake Lamb, the first time they met in the second inning. Lamb now in his second full season in the majors. And he will take upstairs for ball 1. He started him out with a curveball.
Not a very good one.
Not a ton of fastballs for strikes, huh?
Not really. He's careful. He's really being careful.
Well, the double play has been his friend. And he deals the 1-0. The runner's going. A strike, the throw down to third, and he is safe. Both runners are safe on a double steal.
Boy, he got a good jump. You know, he timed him right. He had, you know, Buchholz was taking a long time. He's safe. There's no doubt in my mind he's safe. He gets a good jump. Running start. You see Goldschmidt follows him. Double steal. This is all about Buchholz. Buchholz was taking his sweet time, you know, because he's thinking about he's safe. I think he's thinking so much about the hitter. He's taking a long time in between pitches. Never really gave another look.
Now the Red Sox are considering a challenge here, but will they?
I think he tagged him too high. He kind of tags him on the hip and his foot gets in. It's bang bang.
And not going to burn a challenge here.
Well, the throw beat him, but the throw was up the line. If it was on the bag, he would have had him.
So Bourne with his 11th stolen base of the season. Goldschmidt with number 17.
These guys are always thinking about running.
They are.
1-0 game, and that's, to me, that's really aggressive.
They like to run. So the count 1-1 on Lamb. With 1 down, that takes away the double play possibility. And becomes a big problem now for Clay Buchholz. Trying to maintain a slim lead here at Fenway. Here comes the 1-1. Good breaking ball. 1-2.
Boy, Lamb pulls off big time on that. Good place for the curveball down and away. Good bite on this ball. Look, he can't get to this ball over the top.
Clay Buchholz could really use a strikeout right here. And a 1-2. Ground ball. Pedroia backs up on it. He'll go to first base as the run comes in to score, and this ball game is tied with 2 down and Goldschmidt at third.
Tried to get him to swing through a high fastball, gets a ground ball out of it. Infield played back, give him a run. That double steal cost him. See that high fastball, he still gets a ground ball on it. PD playing way back.
73rd RBI for Lamb. Runner at third base, 2 down. And we're tied up 1-1 for Ricky Weeks, who bounced into a double play. 5-4-3 his first time up. He's a .248 hitter with 6 home runs and loops that one toward right. Here comes Betts. He's not going to get there. It dunks down for a base hit to score a run. Goldschmidt in. So that double steal keeps on hurting.
It really does. I mean, they're aggressive and they got rewarded for it big time. 2 runs here on 1 hit. 2 hits there. A little quail. This is a cutter, I think, down and away. And the bat dunks it in front of Betts for the second run.
And that'll make it 2-1 Arizona. So an RBI for Weeks. The inning not over yet. Here's Tomas, a home run threat. 0 for 1 tonight with a grounded to short. And a high chop. Pedroia into right field to get it. Spins and gets him. And that retires the side. But Arizona strikes for a pair, and they have the lead in the 4th. Fun with Irving Oil's $5 million giveaway. 3 ways to play. You can drive away with a Ford Escape, $5,000 in cash, with a grand prize of $100,000. Get your game ticket at Irving Oil today. Underway here in the last half of the 4th inning. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien with him. David Ortiz leading things off. Red Sox are trailing 2-1. So looking up at Arizona for the first time tonight. David 0 for 1. He struck out in second. Up to 90 RBIs for Ortiz. So that's the 11th time in his career he's reached at least 90 runs batted in. And the 3-0 pitch from Bradley. He green lighted and he flicked it foul. So David going for it on the 3-0 pitch. Just
yeah, why not?
Last night his home run gave David 1,000 extra base hits as a member of the Red Sox. Ground ball sharply hit, but Goldschmidt has it along the line, and that's out number 1. Andy Ramirez will be next. Follow Red Sox baseball live with the MLB.com and Bat app. Stay up to the moment with game day, live game video, and more. Download MLB.com and Bat, the #1 app for live baseball today on your smartphone and tablet. Andy Ramirez last time up before grounding out tried to slow up Archie Bradley a little bit by stepping out of the box and asking for time, because Bradley likes to get it and go.
Yes, he does.
He takes a Polaroid camera with him every new city that he visits, a Polaroid, to catalog the new ballparks and the people he meets. Pop foul out of play. Took one to Los Angeles and got a photograph with Vin Scully. When he's in Milwaukee, he got a picture taken with Bob Uecker. And he's been doing it here at Fenway too.
I was talking to this kid in the clubhouse earlier. I didn't even know it was him starting the game. He didn't look like he was real uptight. like most guys can be.
1-1 in there for a called strike. I think he said something about the reason he's doing those pictures with the Polaroid is he likes to develop them real quick and put them up on his mirror. And he writes little inscriptions on them like, hey, I got to meet Vince Scully.
Oh.
Carries those around with him.
Fastball in here.
High topper on the infield. Segura will gobble that up and get him. 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the 4th inning. Tomorrow on a special Outfielders episode of NESN Clubhouse, we explore the science of hitting at the Hall of Fame. And we learn how to mean mug from Mookie Betts. That's tomorrow noon on NESN Clubhouse, presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts.
Mean mug? We'll find out, I guess.
Tune it in tomorrow. Travis Shaw now 0 for 1. He's popped up. Pops up again. And the same man, Lamb, is there. Exact same spot. Red Sox go fast. 2-1 Arizona after 4. It's Lego Day at Fenway Park. The purchase of a game ticket through the special offer, fans receive a limited edition Red Sox themed player made with Lego bricks. Tickets are limited. Go to redsox.com/Lego to get yours today. A foul at home plate here by Owings, trying to bunt his way on against Clay Buchholz as we are into the 5th inning. And Robbie Ross getting going in the bullpen. 59 pitches so far for Clay.
I would assume this is his last inning. You don't want to start an inning where you're going to have to pull him because of a pitch count, but
Owings took a walk in the 3rd inning. Has not helped Clay's pitch count very much that he has walked 3 men and one of them came in to score. But the key play in the 4th inning was the double steal of Bourne and Goldschmidt. They both came in to score.
Right. He'd have more pitches if he didn't get those 2 double play balls too.
1-1. Laced foul. Clay Buchholz's pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. Up to 61 pitches. Getting his first start since July 2nd. Right now he trails 2-1. Red Sox have not done a whole lot with Archie Bradley. They only have 3 hits off him and 1 run.
Wants to go back inside again.
And he left it low, 2-2. Owings just celebrated his 25th birthday yesterday. He's another young Diamondback with good speed. He's 11 for 11 in stolen bases. Hernandez on deck, the catcher.
Back to that cutter.
2-2. And lined into center field for a base hit. So that is the third time in the last 4 innings that the leadoff man has reached. Red Sox end of summer family pack is back with a special ticket offer. You get free parking, a free duck tour ride to and from the park, a free hot dog and soda with each ticket courtesy of Aramark. For tickets and more info, visit redsox.com/familypack.
Kind of wonder how long he is for this game.
Hernandez 0 for 1. The catcher is fly to center. They called him up from Double-A Mobile just last week. And then he belted a game-winning home run in extra innings the very next day to beat the Mets. They get good power out of their catching position. Arizona catchers lead the majors.
Castillo's got what, 12 with them?
He's got 12.
He's not here right now. They're missing him.
Catching course hit 22 homers. The 0-1 pitch. He was thinking home run.
Boy, he missed that badly. Good pitch there. Looked like a sinker ball down and in. Like a little double play ball here. Punch him out, double play. See a little two seam, turns it over a little bit. Ball running down and in.
Clay got a double play out of Weeks in the second inning, and he got one out of Brito in the third inning. High pop up, foul off third. Shaw ranging toward the dugout of the Diamondbacks, but it's over the top. Now tomorrow should be a very well pitched day. Rick Porcello on the bump for the Red Sox, still undefeated here at Fenway Park, having a great year at 15-3 against Zach Greinke, who could be flat nasty. He's 11-3 at 3.67 ERA.
He just came off the DL once. He's had one start since coming off the DL. Greinke.
Big offseason acquisition for Arizona. 0-2. He thought about it but stayed away from that curveball, and the count's 1-2. Red Sox trail 2-1 in the fifth.
He's got to get this out. This is his last hitter. If this hitter gets on, he's gone.
Robbie Ross is all warmed up in the bullpen. Owings the lead at first base with nobody out. Line wickedly foul. Got up into the grandstand.
Well, he's seen that pitch before earlier. Swung over the top of that sinker, and he gets another fastball in. Can't keep it fair. There's no way. That's still a two-seamer, but it doesn't sink. It's right there. Very hittable pitch, but he's too quick.
So far, Clay Buchholz with 1 strikeout. That was Goldschmidt in the first inning. He's walked 3 men tonight. 1 of them have scored. Here comes pitch number 69. Line foul again, but that one a little closer to fair territory. 1-2. That was on a changeup.
That was a brutal changeup. That's what that was. He has not thrown. He's maybe thrown 1 good changeup all night. He's lucky he gets this back. Changeup, middle. That's bridge. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't get that back.
You're right. The one really good changeup he threw was on Goldschmidt.
Right.
At first inning, strike him out.
Now he's going to try to throw a hook, get a ground ball. Everything will be beautiful.
High and tight.
I think he's tired. I think he's a little tired.
70 pitches.
Yeah, the most he's thrown is what, 35 coming in over the last month and a half or whatever it is. A little stress piece too right here. Game on the line. This guy's seen everything. Now he's going to throw him another cutter.
The 2-2 to Oscar Hernandez. And a high fly ball into left field, backing up Holt on the track, now coming in. The wind brings it back a bit. One man gone. Owings back to first base. Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC and Steve Lyons will preview Rick Porcello's start tomorrow in the series finale against the Diamondbacks.
That'll be it.
That will do it for Clay Buchholz. 71 pitches. He pitches into the 5th inning. And it's Robbie Ross who will get the baseball next. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Kia. Red Sox are down 2-1 in the 5th, and we'll have more in a moment. Southwest Airlines transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. So Clay Buchholz steps aside, his first start since July 2nd. He went 4 1/3, giving up 2 runs, 3 hits. He walked 3, got a nice ovation coming out. And gives way to Robbie Ross, who took a walk on the wild side Wednesday against the Yankees with a career high 3 wild pitches.
That was ugly. I mean, he's done a nice job. You look at his numbers right there. They're only hitting 217 off him. The punch outs are there. The walks are a little high, but those wild pitches, he could throw a launch ball out of nowhere.
First man against him will be Brito, who bounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd inning. Clay did get a couple of double plays, which really helped out. Runner at first base. He's bunting. He drops it down, but it's going to roll foul, and Leon will make sure it stays there. So strike 1 on Brito.
That was almost a beautiful thing. Kind of caught everybody off guard a little bit. Deadened this thing. That ball goes on grass. That's a knock. There's no way you're going to throw him out. Socrates can run. Check him out.
But a foul ball for a strike. 2-1 Arizona, 5th inning. The hits are even at 3. And Ross will throw over to first base.
You know the Red Sox are conscious coming into this series. 13 stolen bases. Everybody runs over there. That's why they're ahead 2-1 right now, because of that double steal.
Outside at 94. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a serious weapon for Chip Hale. One pitch. He was late on that 93-mile-an-hour Swifty.
Wasn't he? He's setting him up. I don't think so. I think he's just late. Ball's in the gloves.
Brito just a 180 hitter with 2 home runs. Got a piece of that one to stay alive.
Kind of afraid to throw him a breaking ball as late as he is on this fastball.
Baltimore plays a little bit later in San Francisco. Taking on the Giants again. 1-2 inside.
Well, they just camped out in the Bay Area, didn't they? They played Oakland, then went to San Francisco. You guys had to go to L.A., up to Seattle, all the way back to L.A.
Tell me
would have
about
been
it.
nice to be Anaheim and then the Dodgers, wouldn't it?
I think a lot of members of the Red Sox fought for that when the schedule was being devised. Major League Baseball said no. And it was what it was. Here comes the 2-2. High fly, left field, driving back Holt, but plenty of room for Brock. Back to first goes Owings, 2 down. And Segura, the leadoff man, next. Tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we have an update on the AL East, plus the latest on the Patriots. That's tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. So 2 down. Segura will climb in. He's gone 0 for 2 with a tapper to second, and he's also lined to third. He was an all-star for the Milwaukee Brewers just a few years ago. And a little bit of power out of that leadoff spot. 2-1 Arizona, 5th inning. Red Sox will have up Leon, Holt, and Benintendi in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well outside. Leon really had to lunge for that one. Ball 1 on a slider.
And there's the kind of throw that we saw the other night. That's a slider that's not even close.
Oftentimes when Robbie gets wild, he drills guys. The other night it was wild pitches. And then other times he can lock in for about 6 or 7 hitters.
There's 2 misfires right there. Slider, then a fastball. I don't know how he gets locked in again when you misfire so badly. It's like a breaking ball again here, down and in. Nope.
He's gone to 3-0.
Yeah, he can't find it. I think this is supposed to be a slider. I really do. And it just, look at that. That is a slider. It gets underneath it. It just spins.
Taking all the way, and that's a strike just over the corner.
And he paints him down and in.
Michael Bourne would be next. And the 3-1 pitch. That's low. So he walks him. Runners on at first and second for Arizona. Last time up, Bourne slapped a single, then stole a base and scored a run. Red Sox got the first run of the game in the 3rd inning, and when they score first, Red Sox have been a very good team. 16 games over 500 at 39-23. Two runs on 3 hits for Arizona, 1 run, 3 hits for the Red Sox.
Got to give a look to the second baseman, whether it's Pedroia's playing the other way. You got to take a look at Bogey. Give him a look.
And
No look.
Bourne will lay off down and in ball 1 as he started him with a curveball. Yankees won again today. They beat Tampa Bay 8-4 after saying goodbye to A-Rod last night. Yankees have now won 4 straight.
What are they, 4 games over? Or?
Yeah, they are. They're 60-56. Right now the Red Sox have 2 more wins than the New York Yankees. And the Yankees gave up on their season a few weeks ago. It felt that way.
I'll tell you what, that's a tired offensive lineup. Meanwhile, they got 8 today. They got 6 last night. Beat us 2 out of 3.
2-1. Just a little bit low for a ball, and now he's gone to 3-1. Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. The American League wild card standings now. The Red Sox have a 1.5 game lead in that second wild card. The Orioles at the moment are in first place. So if the season ended today, the Blue Jays and the Red Sox would be in. The 3-1 to Bourne, and he takes a strike. Goldschmidt on deck. The Red Sox don't want to see him batting in this inning.
No, they don't. Same pitch, down.
3-2. Runners will go with 2 down. And a high chop into right field for a base hit. Here comes another run. Owings is in to score. That'll be an RBI single to make it 3-1. Michael Bourne jumping on that, his second hit. Ross giving it up.
Boy, that hurts right there. You talk about a chopper, not hit very hard. See this fastball? He saw a lot of fastballs. Gets on top of this. Look at that giant hole. Couple big bounces. Runner scores easy from second base. First and third, 1 out with that big boy coming up. 2 outs, excuse me.
That would be Goldschmidt, who has struck out, walked, stolen a base, and scored a run. Hitting .298, 18 homers, and 74 runs batted in. He is the top RBI man. First and third for Arizona. So trouble here for Ross as he delivers a strike to get in front.
Finally got that slider over.
Red Sox are facing a very tough customer tomorrow on the mound in Greinke. Broken back ground ball. Shaw will gather that and get him at second base. But Arizona adds another, and now they're in front 3-1 in the 5th. Red Sox moment honoring the '86 Red Sox season. Game number 115. The Red Sox beat the Tigers 8-5. Roger Clemens picked up his 18th win of the season for the Red Sox. Went to 18-4. The Red Sox are down 3-1 as we go to the 5th. Sandy Leon will lead things off here. Then Brock Holt and Andrew Benintendi against Archie Bradley, the quick working right-hander. A little too quick for Leon's taste.
Here he comes, man.
Sandy had a very good series against the Yankees. Did not play last night and 1 for 1 tonight. Against the Yankees, he went 6 for 10. So the average is somehow going back up again to 388. The Red Sox trying to make a run at this youngster, and that's in there for a strike.
All they've seen is 2 pitches, fastball, breaking ball. I haven't seen any changeups. He may have thrown one that I missed, but that's it.
There's a shot drilled to right, headed toward the stands, and that ball is out of here. A home run. Sandy León connects for number 5. He barely muscled it out down that right field line. That'll make it a 1-run game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's looking fastball. This guy is something else, boy. What a year he is having. He gets a fastball because that's all he's really seen, especially this at bat down and in, and he goes to work on it. Little line drive down the right field line, but this is Fenway Park. Doesn't take much to go out, hit the top of the fence and into the seats. Home run number 5.
In there for a strike on Brock Holt. Speedway proud to be New England's first choice for value and convenience. For every Sox home run, Speedway donates to Boston Children's Hospital. In August, get 10 cents off per gallon of gas at Speedway when you make a qualifying $3 merchandise purchase. 3-2 now. León 2 for 2 again. A multi-hit evening for Sandy. Just keeps churning out the hits. Popped up by Holt into short right. Brito will charge, backing out Segura. Oh, and it drops in. And Holt down to second base. So they butchered that one. We talked about their defense last night, how porous it can be.
Oh, this is brutal. I think this is Segura's ball because Brito had to go a long ways, and he called it, and then he backed off at the last second. But this ball's in the air. This is a second baseman's ball. That's what I thought, because Brito was way back, had a long ways to go for it. Probably goes a double. I don't. Yep, no error on the right fielder. You see, Segura's camped underneath it.
However,
he got called off.
Brito was calling for it, so that has to go on him.
That is brutal.
And Butcher, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Bradley, whose fires tend to run real hot. Next man in will be Benintendi. The Red Sox have a chance to pick up a gift run here.
That is such bad baseball. You got to make them pay.
Benintendi with a base hit first time up. Nobody out, a man at second. Brock Holt running hard all the way. Red Sox down 3-2, and he bounced it up there and stopped by Hernandez. Pedroia will be next. We saw Arizona make 2 errors in the very first inning last night.
All those runs were unearned in the first inning.
They were against Corbin. The 1-0.
There's a changeup we haven't seen all night.
Bradley, the 7th overall draft pick of the 2011 draft.
A little okay changeup. See his fingers.
He was Arizona's 2013 minor league pitcher of the year. So he is a top prospect. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike. I'm not sure if it was on the swing or the pitch itself, because the pitch itself looked like it was several inches outside.
And you see that Benintendi asked him, this ball is outside. He said, did I swing? I think he swung.
And the 2-1 hammered foul. Good speed out there at second base, and Brock Holt fortunate to be at second base. Red Sox trying to take advantage.
He's trying to hit a ground ball to the right side. That's not cutting it. Difficult to do. You try to pull a ground ball with 2 strikes. You just got to go to hitting.
2-2. Got a piece. Red Sox began the day at 62 and 52. 2.5 back, third place, trailing Baltimore and Toronto. The Orioles won late last night in San Francisco to move ahead of the Blue Jays, but Blue Jays have already won today. They knocked off Houston. Here's the 2-2 again. And a shot to left center field, heading toward the wall. Bourne on a charge, won't get it. It's on the base of the fence. Here comes Brock Holt. He's going to score. The throw to second, not in time. And this game is tied. Mr. Benintendi is 2 for 2.
It doesn't take them long to make them pay for that error on the right fielder. And you've seen the stroke to hole at bat by Benintendi, hitting the ball, swinging the ball, trying to hit the ball the other way. We saw it earlier in the game, but this one has some force behind it. Little gappage right here that's going to find the wall. This ball is stung. It's going to come off the wall real hard. Bourne makes a nice play on it, but Benintendi could run. He's in second base easy.
You get the idea that this young man could be very, very popular very quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's Pedroia now, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Red Sox trying to get back on top as it's tied 3-3. Sandy Leon with a Fenway homer. Brock Holt with a pop up to right that should have been caught. It was booted by Brito. Benintendi made them pay by rocketing the double. And now Dustin Pedroia trying to pick up his second RBI of the ball game. Pedroia not swinging the bat the last couple of nights like a guy who's under the weather.
No, last time up just shot that ball underneath the glove of Goldschmidt.
And last night 2 hard hit balls despite feeling sick. The 1-0 foul back.
Trying to hit the ball the other way, obviously, right there to get the runner over.
Sox 3, Arizona 3. We are in the 5th. On deck, Xander Bogaerts. Big crowd tonight. They want to roar too. Cut on and missed. 1 and 2 as he came back with a curveball.
Kind of lunging at that. He's thinking ground ball the other way. The ball never gets there. He's way out front.
Nobody out. Sox with 2 runs in to tie it. Bradley's 1-2. Ground ball right side. That will advance the runner as Serger goes to first base. And Benintendi is now 90 feet away from giving the Red Sox the lead again.
Boy, he did his job. He tried hard, man. That curveball, he couldn't get to it. It made him look funny because he's looking to hit a ground ball, but he gets a pitch that he can do something with. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Give yourself up, move the runner over.
Stay right here after the 3rd out of this inning for a special behind the scenes look at what happens in between innings. The infield will be drawn in now for Arizona with 1 down and Benintendi at 3rd. Bogaerts has grounded to 3rd and struck out. So a fly ball of decent depth would get in this run and put the Red Sox back in the lead.
Bogey hasn't taken a good swing yet tonight. Looking contact to get the ball in the air.
The 0-1. Foul tipped into the mid. Now the Red Sox hoped that last night with those 2 hits he was out of his slump, but we shall see.
He's like swinging down on the ball.
Mookie Betts on deck, 1 away. Runner at 3rd base for the Sox.
A little high fastball.
Line shot foul. He was too quick on that one. A fastball in.
I mean, you got a 2-pitch pitcher out there. You don't have to think about anything other than fastball, curveball.
Xander hitting .314 at the moment. Jose Altuve is running away with the batting title. He's hitting .363 at the moment. Xander is 3rd. Bradley with the 0-2. And he got him to chase a pitch outside the strike zone. And his problems continue. 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, he looked bad tonight. A lot of swings and misses on fastballs that he could be right on normally.
Now before the game, Mookie Betts got his award. John Farrell presenting him with the American League Player of the Month for July.
That outfield has swept a couple of those months. Jackie won May.
After the 29-game hitting streak. Betts has gone 0 for 2. You wonder about that knee and that calf. As it started to affect his swing because he's been a little chilly after missing the game the other night and looked a little balky coming in on that looping single to right field.
Yeah, he did.
Breaking ball high, chop, and it's going to go over the head of Lamb, and that'll bring in a run. Benintendi scores, and Mookie Betts drives in his 76th run, and the Red Sox are back in front 4-3.
Turnabout fair play. You talk about Bourne hitting that chopper off of Ross for a base hit. You see the third baseman playing about even with the bag. If he's a step back, he makes that play. But over the top of Lamb right here.
This would be a Lamb chop.
This is a Lamb chopper. RBI Lamb chop.
So 76 RBIs for Mookie Betts. And David Ortiz will hit in this inning. He has struck out and grounded to first. Red Sox 4, Arizona 3. I think the real test about how that leg is feeling, maybe not with David Ortiz up there, but will be the next time we see him run for a stolen base.
Right. That's why you talk about those 30 stolen bases. That's not really important. Just keeping him healthy the last 6 weeks.
The Ortiz shift is on, 2 down, and he backs away. 1 ball, no strikes. David has played 7 career games against Arizona at Fenway, and he's hit 4 home runs against them. And a 1-0 from Archie Bradley. He buried that one. No advance by Betts. So to count 2-0 on Big Papi. David with 26 homers, 90 RBIs. So there's an excellent chance he's going to reach 100 RBIs before the end of this month.
One of the few changeups coming up.
And he's taking and just off the outside to make it 3-0. The Red Sox have Junichi Tazawa, who's having a lot of trouble lately. He's warming up in the bullpen. Two down, a man on in the pitch. He wanted no part of David Ortiz there. He walks him. So that'll put runners at first and second for Hanley Ramirez. Been a long inning for young Archie Bradley. Make it longer here in a moment. Red Sox ahead 4-3. A reminder, we'll be staying in the park in between innings for a look around Fenway, what happens in between frames. Hey, it's time to vote for the Globies, Boston's biggest sports bash. The Boston Globe sports writers have nominated many of your favorite athletes and sports moments in a lot of categories. Cast your vote right now at theglobies.com. The Globies are presented by Mercedes-Benz. So Hanley Ramirez becomes the 8th Red Sox batter here in the 5th. He is grounded off the pitcher.
Arizona taking their sweet time getting somebody loose in the bullpen. Hanley can make this a 7-3 game. One swing of the bat.
He's also tapped to second, 0 for 2. Oh, he went for the downs. He was aiming for Lansdowne on that one.
Can't blame him the way he was going last night. Every time he let it fly, he hit it out of here. This ball's up a little bit. He upper sweeps this ball.
Last night home runs number 15 and 16. He has runners at first and second. Betts and Ortiz with 2 down. And he popped him up. Shortstop ranging out. Owings there. But the Red Sox get 3, and they're back in front 4-3 as we go to the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere as we stay in the park.
The games of summer when a nation rises.
Line drive, and the Red Sox walk off winners today.
United for a common goal.
High fly ball, center field hit well. It is gone!
At this critical juncture,
this is definitely a time where we need to play well.
the spirit of a nation
Swinging a drive, right field deep.
will witness their destiny. These are the games of summer. This is where it begins. Go USA.
Our mountains challenge us, push us back, knock us down, tell us it can't be done. But then, one day you reach the summit, and you realize the harder the climb,
On a Saturday night, Red Sox leading Arizona 4-3. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, Gary Streisky with you. And here's Lamb in the box. He takes a strike. He has walked and driven in a run with a ground out. We have been experiencing some technical difficulties with all the weather around the area, so we apologize for that. And we're working to correct it. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Red Sox. 3 runs on 4 hits, an error for Arizona. Lamb, Weeks, and Tomas. That is 4, 5, and 6 for the Diamondbacks, and fouled away by Lamb.
You wonder if this is Ross's last hitter with Weeks on deck. Tazawa ready in the bullpen.
The 1-2 coming. Well, the Red Sox knew that this would be the case tonight. Clay Buchholz making his first start since July 2nd, not stretched out to go a long way. Went 4 1/3, giving up 2 runs, 3 hits. He'll have no decision tonight. It was only going to be about 70-75 pitches, as that one is chopped foul. And would be a night where the bullpen would have to go deep.
Well, everybody's ready. They're going to piece this thing together.
Tazawa certainly would be ready. The question is, will he be sharp? That has not been the case lately. 1-2 down into the dirt.
Got to been picking a lot, you know, running counts full, stuff like that, not going after guys. And then you see a guy like Ross, he has trouble with his breaking ball. If he had a good breaking ball here, he'd punch this guy out right now. See, it's like sloppy. He can't get it done.
3-2. Walked a man last inning and gave up a couple of hits and a run. Red Sox came back and got 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the payoff pitch.
There.
In there, strike 3. That's a little better for Ross. A curveball that was much sharper.
Doesn't even have to be a real good breaking ball, and he's gone.
So out comes John Farrell. And he'll bring on Tazawa for Weeks. So the right-hander coming in. We'll take a break as well. In the 6th inning with 1 man out. The Red Sox lead Arizona 4-3. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. Red Sox going to the bullpen again. John Farrell will bring on Junichi Tazawa after Robbie Ross just struck out Jake Lamb for the first out of the 6th inning. Tazawa allowing 2 runs, 2 hits, and walked 2 men. Allowed a home run in the 3rd of an inning Wednesday against the Yankees.
And that home run ball is what's been causing a lot of problems. Just recently he's given up, what, 3 of them, and then 8 on the season, which is glaring.
By the way, Carl Willis is not here tonight, Red Sox pitching coach, so John Farrell is doubling up on the duties this evening. Of course, nothing new for John. Carl is attending his son's wedding today. An animated conversation there between Ross and John Farrell. So Tazawa out of the pen, trying to be sharper than the last time. Weeks with the bases empty will bat. He's gone 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He's also hit into a double play. Red Sox 4, Arizona 3. And he drops that breaking ball too low. He likes to do that curveball on the first pitch.
He'd like to do it for a strike. It sets up the hole at bat. Messes everything up when you throw a ball.
Yasmani Tomas is on deck. Here's the 1-0. There's a better result on that curveball.
Thank goodness it was down because he was on it. That ball's up. He's going to smoke this ball. This ball's down low. Takes a good swing at it. Reaching for it. See him paint that outside corner.
Weeks has good power. Leans out over that plate. 93, and he snuck it past him. 1-2. Weeks' grandfather Victor played in the Negro Leagues for the Newark Eagles. So baseball way back in the family. And a 1-2 with the bases empty and 1 away.
This is where he usually features a little split finger, but he's had trouble with that split finger recently. Right after that high fastball. Oh, little cutter, slider. You don't see that very often.
And a 2-2 to Weeks. That may have been a strike, but Ted Barrett said no, and the count 3-2.
That's ugly. I don't want this. This isn't pretty at all. That looked like a strike to you, the way he caught it.
Not much.
It looked ugly. Meanwhile, it's 3-2. What new?
See a lot of these with Tazawa. 3-ball, 2-strike counts. And here it comes. High fly to center field, backing up Benintendi. Playing center field for the first time in his major league career, although he's very familiar with the position. It's actually his natural position. And there are 2 down. Ace Ticket, Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets, has the best seats at the lowest prices. Ace Ticket is the best selection of tickets from bleachers to boxes. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. 2 down. Tomas to dig in. He's grounded out twice. Compact 6'2", 250 from Cuba. Played for Cuba in the World Baseball Classic. He lines that one in, knocked off a Shaw after the skip. That rolls into foul ground. That was slammed, and Tomas is on what may be a hit. We'll see.
Curveball up. He smokes this ball. One hop just eats him alive. That ball kind of skid on him, hit him in the shin. Ball got his glove. Clanked off his glove. Not an easy play. I think that goes a hit because it was hit so hard.
So Tomas is on. They're going to charge an error on that.
Okay.
And sends up Owings, who has walked and singled and also scored a run. So a man on. Red Sox with their first error tonight. Owings at 280 with a couple of home runs. And flared foul out of play for a strike. Coming up for the Red Sox in the last half of the 6th inning will be Shaw, Leone, and Holt. Sandy Leone has already belted a home run tonight. Toronto a winner over Houston 4-2. Yankees beat Tampa Bay 8-4. In day games today around the majors. Did you see any of the A-Rod farewell ceremony?
I did not.
Well, it only lasted about 5 minutes.
I think it was rainy too, right?
It did. It started and then the thunderstorms came and everyone ran for cover.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Not memorable when it rains like that. It's too bad for A-Rod, really.
Okay. It was short. Cut on and missed. It was fascinating to me that only one of his former teammates was there.
Who?
Mariano Rivera was the only one there.
Is that right?
Yep. They had Reggie Jackson there. And
well, they had a 96 the reunion, so there must have been a lot of guys. Did he not play for those guys? I mean, he
was there 12 years.
He was there from 2004 on, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I do have a question about the whole A-Rod retirement. As polarizing as he is, especially here, who's going to take his place as being the villain of Red Sox Nation? And you can't name Roger Goodell.
Interesting question.
1-2. I could name Roger Goodell. That went off the line, but foul. It's a good question. Yeah. I think it's a fair question.
Who is it? Can you think of somebody in the big leagues right now that you can't stand?
Well, I mean,
there may be, because we had this thing with Tampa for a long time, but that's not the way it is anymore. I think Toronto could be interesting. Somebody from up there. Like Encarnacion with that little flap job. Yeah. We don't like that.
He's going to be a free agent.
Yeah,
at the
so
end
he
of the
may
year.
come here. Who knows?
Donaldson, he's the MVP, but those guys up there in Toronto, I don't think there's any of that sizzle, unlikable sizzle.
We haven't had any fights with them.
1-2 to Owings. He left that one up top for a ball.
That takes some thought. I haven't thought about that.
The Yankee team is, other than A-Rod, they really didn't have that villain type lately. You could have picked about 7 off those Yankee teams during the big rivalry days back in the 70s.
Yeah. I hated those guys.
2-2 from Tazawa. Fouled away. Who did you hate the most?
Well, the thing is, Reggie used to always come up to me, "Hey, Eck, how you doing?" Stuff like that. You know, I hated that because I don't want to talk to anybody. I really don't. And you know, Thurman Munson, it goes on and on and on. All those guys. I mean, they had and Nettles. He wanted to fight just to stay. You know, they had an attitude. I mean, they just
Goose
thought.
Gossage.
Yeah, they just thought that they were better than we were, and it was, I mean, everybody was angry. No one. Didn't see anybody chit-chatting with anybody back then.
It was legit. Jerry and I were talking about this the other night. There was no fraternizing. In fact, it was quite the opposite.
Oh, totally.
You know, you wanted to get right in each other's face before the game even started. Runner at first base, and a bounding ball back to Tazawa, and on to first to retire the side. We go to the last half of the sixth. Red Sox up by 1. Say hello to the DD Perks loyalty program. It's how Dunkin' Donuts shows big time appreciation to its loyal fans with great offers and perks like a free beverage when you join, another on your birthday. Enroll today at ddperks.com or on the Dunkin' Donuts mobile app. Red Sox run on Dunkin'. I'll throw another one at you. Billy Martin.
Yeah.
Mickey Rivers.
Everybody. I mean,
it's half their team.
Really? Bucky Dent. How about that one?
Well,
please.
Travis Shaw 0 for 2. He's popped up twice to the third baseman. Red Sox ahead 4-3. Activity in the Red Sox pen. Matt Barnes getting going. And the 1-1. And he pops up again, also to the third baseman. Boy, Lamb almost to the identical spot 3 times against Travis Shaw, who's now 0 for 3. 1 gone in the 6th. Sandy Leon next, working on a perfect night, a single and a home run.
Man, this guy is something else. He really is. Getting his hits, and now he's getting his home runs. I don't know where this ball's a home run other than Fenway Park, but he'll take it. He deserves it. Hits everything hard, both sides of the plate.
His last 3 home runs have been against National League opponents. He has struck again tonight. His 5th home run. Red Sox ahead by a run. Brock Holt on deck. Red Sox were certainly helped by some bad defense in the 5th inning that led to 3 runs after the home run by Sandy. Brock Holt with a pop-up into right field that Socrates Brito called for but did not catch. Holt advanced down to second on the error. Then Andrew Benintendi drove him in by lacing a double to the base of the green monster. As that one will miss outside. The Red Sox scored 3 times in the 5th.
See what he can do with this fastball.
Outside ball 4. So he reaches base for the 3rd time. Brock Holt will be next. Back to that error on the right fielder in the 5th inning. Such a key play.
Yeah, it cost him really 1 unearned run in that inning. But that ball, he was camped. Segura was camped right there, and Brito called him off, and he himself backed off at the last second.
Socrates and Segura, philosophical differences. And Butcher's out there again. This is the 2nd time in the last couple of innings that he has been out there to kind of calm down Bradley, because that motor runs pretty high for him.
Well, I kind of like that. Young kids, you know, they get fired up. Better than being all laid back. No big deal. I'd rather have that.
So the activity is Hathaway and Delgado getting going in their bullpen, the lefty and the righty, with Benintendi on deck and Brock Holt in the box. Now Brock has reached base twice without the benefit of a hit. He was the man that hit the fly ball to right field that Brito did not make the catch on. He scored then. He also scored after reaching on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. So as is usually the case with Brock Holt, he finds a way to make an impact. And in there for a called strike.
Well, that's a gift there.
One out, one on, and a 1-1 pitch. He lets it go down into the dirt. 2-1. Bradley's pitching line is brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 98 pitches. We mentioned this before. He throws a lot of pitches.
He does.
116 and 4 2/3 in his last outing.
He's got a good arm, but he's in and out all over the place.
2-1 down again. He's just walked a man. Got to wonder if this is his last batter.
Oh, if he walks him, he's gone.
The walks have been something of an issue for him. He had walked 46 men in 90 innings. Red Sox up a run here in the 6th. There's a shot out to right field, carrying deep. Brito charging back, turning around. She's gone. And the Red Sox expand the lead to 6-3 on a 2-run shot by Brock Holt.
Well, you see some of the power from Brock Holt. You're kind of amazed by it. You know, 3-1. He hit that ball as good as he can hit it. I'll tell you what. 3-1 looking fastball, got it right in his zone. That's scary how far he hit this ball. Right down the middle. What a swing. Perfect swing by Holt.
Adding to his career high with his 6th home run.
Way back.
Up and over the bullpen. And the night is done for Archie Bradley as the Red Sox take the lead 6-3. The Red Sox have just blasted their way to a 3-run advantage over Arizona. Brock Holt putting a charge into that one. A 2-run shot after the walk to Sandy Leon. Sox have hit 2 home runs in the last 2 innings. That is Archie Bradley, who does not want to be seen underneath that towel. 5 1/3. Giving up 6 runs, 4 earned, exactly 100 pitches upon departure.
Boy, he had a 3-run lead. That went away in a hurry, didn't it? Gave up 5 runs to make it 6-3.
Giving way to Steve Hathaway, the left-hander, who has thrown 6 consecutive scoreless innings. Taking on Benintendi, who has gone 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Double drove in a run in the 5th. A Red Sox offense, they remind you, can put a lot of runs on you in a hurry. The Red Sox have scored 5 times the last 2 innings.
This Arizona ball club, especially their pitching staff, is like auditioning. It's, it's not even August 15th and everybody's auditioning in the bullpen. It's just ugly.
In for a strike. Benintendi now hitting .393. Still looking for that first home run officially. The 2-1. Poke foul. On deck will be Dustin Pedroia.
I'll tell you what we've seen since we've been in Fenway Park with Benintendi is that left field stroke is what we've seen. A couple balls off the wall, one almost out of the ballpark, but it's his natural swing, and it's going to play big here in Fenway.
Inside corner, strike 3. Tried to pull the bat into the chest, but home plate umpire Ted Barrett has it as strike 3.
This ball's inside. He gets out of the way of this thing like it was going to hit him. It's about a foot from hitting him. That ball's on the inside corner. Fooled him.
So Andrew makes his first out of the ball game, and that will do it for the lefty. That's all he was required to do. Hathaway getting Benintendi. So they'll go back to the bullpen. It'll be Delgado, the right-hander, on for Dustin Pedroia. We'll take the break as well. Red Sox leading it here in the 6th inning, 6-3 over Arizona. More in a moment. Xfinity. Archie Bradley done after 5 1/3 innings. Clay Buchholz went 4 1/3, his first start in some time since July 2nd. Benintendi 2 for 3 right now. Brock Holt just belted a home run. Sandy Leon has one as well. And a new pitcher coming out of their bullpen is Randall Delgado, who is used a lot. He's pitched a lot of innings. 5th in the National League in relief innings with 58. And Dustin Pedroia looking to strike. Petey tonight 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Red Sox ahead 6-3. It's certainly been a murky night weather-wise here at Fenway. No rain. It has been dry, kind of foggy. And tomorrow is going to be a scorcher. Temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. 2-2.
Boy, one thing about these Arizona pitchers, they work quick. Huh? This guy works just as fast as Bradley did. This kid's been around a while with Atlanta for about 3 years. Fastball, slider, changeup.
2 down, and poke foul as Pedroia knocked it off the end of the bat. Xander Bogaerts on deck. Really, the damage for the Red Sox has been done in the lower third of the order.
Yeah, 5 for 7 with what? 5 runs scored, couple home runs.
The 2-2. Into left field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Pedroia's second knock of the night. He is 2 for 4.
Gets a ball in his eyes. He knows what to do with that. I've seen a lot lately, some of the high pitches that he can get to. Look at a changeup, a high changeup. Face mask high by the catcher. Look at him get on top of that.
Shaking off those flu-like symptoms from last night. Back in the swing of it, here's Xander Bogaerts, who's gone 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground ball to short. And will he start to swing the bat again before the Red Sox head on that monster trip, which begins on Monday in Cleveland? Red Sox about to embark on an 11-game 4-city road trip.
Kind of weird trip, you know, the 1 game in Cleveland, then 2 in Baltimore. You don't even get settled. And that day game Thursday's brutal.
High pop up on the infield. It'll cruise out to center. Segura, the second baseman, and will make the play to retire the side. But the Red Sox add on the Brock Holt shot. 6-3 Boston. Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Tom Candiotti will join TC and Steve Lyons to talk about the development of Stephen Wright. And 13 wins for the All-Star. Getting closer and closer to a return. He's not on the disabled list. This is Stephen earlier today, working his way back from that jammed shoulder.
I wonder if it's easier for him to come back with a shoulder like that, to where if you were throwing 95 miles an hour, would it be a little longer? Who knows? I mean, because he does have to throw a fastball. I mean, it's not like
Get that fastball up there, about 85, and that one drilled into left field for a base hit. Oscar Hernandez leading it off here against Matt Barnes into the 7th inning. 6-3 Red Sox, but a sharp line drive by the catcher. CVS Health is a proud supporter of Stand Up to Cancer. We invite you to share your hashtag reasons to stand up by posting a photo or video of why you stand up to cancer and tag @CVS in action. Socrates Brito is hit into a double play and fly to left. He's 0 for 2. 7th inning, 6-3 Red Sox. Baltimore and San Francisco are underway. They're in the 1st inning, no score. 45th appearance for the hard-throwing right-hander from UConn. And the 0-1. He chased a ball in the dirt. The breaking ball fooled him.
Well, he's got that good breaking ball working tonight. Everybody thinks he's just a guy that throws 96, 98, but he's got this hook. Could be devastating at times. He's really still a starting pitcher. He's got a changeup that he has too, but he's done it all this year. Gone 3 innings at one point, saved a game, 1 out. He's done it all.
Coming out with a .342 earned run average. He skipped that breaking pitch. Once again, the curve in the dirt. So the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Red Sox scored 3 times in the 5th inning, twice more in the 6th inning to drive the starter Archie Bradley out of the ball game.
See him blow him away right here with a fastball.
Last night, Eck, you were not in love with the Arizona uniforms that were tinged in blue.
Yeah, I buried them as much as I could. I didn't want to use any more energy tonight with that. They're still tired.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
How about when their practice uniforms, they put on that, what is it? What color is that? That dark?
I would call it garnet.
Garnet. Just ugly as you can believe. It's like the color of that 30.
The 2-2 from Barnes. Fouled away.
I don't understand the stuff at the bottom of the pants. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What is it? Something to do with a snake or something? Like, right?
Yeah, that's got to be it. The Diamondback.
Okay, hello. It just looks hideous.
As you said, though, you did not want to waste any more energy.
That's it.
On the uniforms. The 2-2 from Matt Barnes. And he got him.
Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
He strikes out Socrates Brito. Let's get out to Gary.
Guys, I've still been cramping my brain over who the villain is going to be now that Alex Rodriguez has roughed into the sunset. Getting a bunch of tweets. Obviously, Yankees a popular choice. A couple Chase Headleys after him and Rick Porcello's dust up. And obviously, Jacoby Ellsbury. But my question to you guys, are those names even sexy enough to be the #1 villain for Red Sox Nation at this point? I say no.
Close. Not even close.
It's weird.
Headley? He's not even a good player.
Outside for a ball on Segura. I would just say that he does not present himself as a villainous figure. You know,
no, he seems like a nice guy.
And he was reacting to Rick Porcello. Now obviously was accusing him of peeking there, but but I wouldn't consider Headley that guy. And Jacoby Ellsbury, even though he signed with the Yankees, remember he did help the Red Sox win a couple of World Series.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to hate him.
I mean, he gets booed when he comes to Fenway. No question about that. That will be always the case.
You get booed for taking 22, 2,300.
Well, how about this? This was the last foul ball.
I thought though that glass is supposed to be unpenetrable.
Wow.
Huh?
Tom Werner's got a glove. Look at this. This is unbelievable.
That is good though. That is good. You're not safe anywhere. Even if you have big iron, you're not safe.
Here's the 1-1. Chopper up the middle. Pedroia ranging behind the bag. Out of the glove to Bogarts. One on the first. Two.
Pretty play.
Wow. Now that's a double play. That is a big league twin killing. Probably the prettiest double play the Red Sox have turned all season long. Brought to you by Old Dominion.
And that's the only way they're going to turn this thing. If he does it in a hurry, what a beautiful turn there by Bogey. Segura could get down the line, so they couldn't waste any time. The flip is nice. He goes through the bag like he has been recently. Runs right through the bag, doesn't wait. It saves a lot of time by doing that, and Segura is out. Bang, bang at first. Double play, sweet play.
Brought to you by Old Dominion. So here's Mookie Betts, who's gone 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Red Sox ahead 6-3. Red Sox scored 3 times in the 5th inning, twice in the 6th inning. Betts pops it to right. Segura out, Brito coming on. They've had their issues in right field tonight, but the second baseman will haul that one in. Yeah, Mookie Betts is 1 for 4.
Mookie didn't look like he's swinging all that well either. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's hard to tell for sure, but I don't think he's all there either.
I think that knee and that calf,
something's going on,
continue to be problematic. David Ortiz, so far quiet night for Big Papi. He has struck out, grounded out, and taken ball 4. David last night reaching 1,000 extra base hits for the Red Sox, 3rd player in club history to do it. Carl Yastrzemski's number 1, Ted Williams number 2. David should be able to reach 30 home runs for the 10th time and the final time in his career. He's at 26 right now.
Here's Hudson out there. Here's a guy that had a couple of arm operations, has come back, was a starter for the White Sox many years ago, but turned into a pretty good reliever, but got hurt again.
Tried to check his swing. They appeal. No swing, says Will Little.
Pretty good fastball. His arm looked like it's come back. The numbers aren't very good for Hudson.
Red Sox with a chance to win a series. They've struggled to do that lately. Here's the 1-1 off the outside. Two and 1 on David Ortiz. 0 for 2 with a walk this evening. Line shot into right. Brito freezes and makes the play down on a knee. 2 down. Time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's TC. Tom, thank you very much. Diamondbacks, Red Sox here in game number 2. Red Sox ahead 6-3 after winning 9-4 last night, with Hanley Ramirez exploding for a pair of 3-run homers. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 3.
That's why that's a big 4-game series in Detroit. You think about it, they're the ones hovering for the wild card. Not that that's what the Red Sox are aiming for by any means, but that big weekend series coming up next weekend.
Sox beginning play today, 2.5 games behind Baltimore. The Orioles had a half-game lead on Toronto. Toronto won earlier today. And the 0-1. Trying to hold up, but he went on the slider, and the count 0-2 on Hanley. Tends to hit his home runs in bunches. Remember back in July, he was an American League Player of the Week. He hit 5 home runs in 6 games. And he had his first career 3-home run game. That came against the San Francisco Giants. Bottom of the 7th, Red Sox ahead by 3 and fouled away.
He's hit 10 out of his 16 home runs in bunches in a matter of what, 6, 7, 8 games.
Travis Shaw on deck. Not a ton of hits in this one. Red Sox have 8, Arizona just 5. And the 0-2 pitch from Hudson. Foul tipped off the catcher. That really bit Hernandez.
He's bouncing around back there. Pretty good slider right here, just barely gets a piece of it. That's not a good place.
Two strikes on Hanley Ramirez. And a chopper foul. Looking at the schedule a little bit earlier, you're talking about the 11-game 4-city trip coming up. You start on August 22nd. Red Sox at Tampa Bay. From that point, and a significant part of the schedule forward, the Red Sox will play 16 consecutive games against teams who currently have losing records.
That's a good thing.
Have an opportunity to really make some hay during that stretch. That's right near the end of that road trip, as that is inside. We take a look at the schedule. I mean, you got games coming up there with Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Oakland,
San
Diego. You've got some weak clubs in there where the Red Sox can take advantage if they're playing well, even though a fair number of those are on the road. 16 straight against clubs with losing records. So maybe, just maybe, the schedule is not all that horrible, as that is fouled away by Ramirez.
Yeah, they got to take care of business against Tampa. You saw 7 of them against Tampa. They got to get something rolling. You got to win 8 out of 10, bounce around, right? Get back in this thing, get ahead.
8 out of 10, 10 out of 12, 14 out of 17.
Right.
Something like
that.
that.
That's how you turn it around. They've got the club to do that.
1-2 too high.
So the Cubs just got done with a 11-game winning streak over there in the National League East. They've opened up a 13-game lead over St. Louis.
The Cubs just putting it on. One of those years where everything's going right for them, and they have a terrific club. Hammered foul. I wonder, though, if they run up against, say, Washington in the postseason with that pitching staff, with that ball club. I wonder.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the Cubs are the best team in the National League, you'd have to say, right this second.
Yep. They really have been all year. Postseason can be a different animal. 2-2. Floater toward right. And Brito will make the play. Red Sox go 1-2-3. We're out of the 8th inning. 6-3 Boston. Live presented by DCU. TC and Steve Lyons preview Rick Porcello's start tomorrow as he goes for his 16th win. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? 8th inning. Barnes remaining on to pitch to Bourne. And then Goldschmidt and Lamb. That is 2, 3, and 4 for Arizona. Red Sox leading by 3. Bourne's been in a bit of trouble tonight. He is 2 for 3, pair of singles, a stolen base, an RBI. He was part of a double steal back in the 4th inning. Now Clay Buchholz serving his purpose tonight. Now the bullpen picking up from the 5th inning on as Ziegler begins to loosen.
I have to wonder if you'd see Kimbrel tonight.
The 1-1. So you're always thinking like a closer.
Oh, yeah.
And when are we going to see the closer?
There's a save. Don't score any more runs. Everything's good for me. Just kidding.
The 1-2 to Bourne. And missed at 97. Bourne, a .252 hitter with a couple of home runs. He's always been a guy who could run. And a 2-2 from the tall righty. Punch foul on a play. At the Cancer Center at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, doctors and scientists are working together on the therapies of the future today. From developing new treatments to delivering leading compassionate care. Learn more at bidmc.org/cancer center. Another 2-2 on the way. Would not offer at it, just missed.
Boy, I got to have that. That sit him down right there. This is a strike. I mean, it's a little up a little bit. Oof. I'll tell you what, Barnes, he consistently, when he goes out, he consistently throws the ball at least 96. I'm talking about 98 a lot.
He walks him. So Bourne on base for the third time tonight. 2 singles and a walk.
Well, you sure didn't want to have a leadoff walk. You try to split the plate in that last pitch. Got robbed on the pitch before, but it's nice to face a batter like Goldschmidt, and he's not the tying run.
He is 0 for 2. He also has 18 homers, and he's driven in 74. So here's their most dangerous bat. Nobody out, a man on. Red Sox have turned a couple of double plays this evening. In fact, they've turned 3, and none prettier than the one in the 7th inning. It was started by Dustin Pedroia, flipped it out of the glove to Xander Bogaerts, gracefully sailing over second base, and he fired a throw on to first base to Hanley Ramirez, the best double play for the Red Sox this season in terms of artistic merit. 2-0.
Boy's having trouble here. He'll be walking the house right now. You see Bogey coming in talking to him. You know, on that double play ball that you're talking about, Bogey, he's been turning the double play like that a lot as he runs through the base. I don't know if that's the right way to turn it, but it seems like it gets there quickly. He doesn't have to hang around and try to brush the bag and throw across. I mean, he's running right across the bag when he turns it.
The 2-0 from Barnes, and that one finds the mark in there for a strike. I have wondered this season about the new rule, which was designed to ban rolling block slides to break up double plays. That's freed up shortstops and second basemen a great deal.
Right, to be able to probably do something like that. They're not afraid to being taken out.
Back in Bourne seems to be the case.
I mean, the only guy that used to do that was like Ozzie Smith. Remember, he'd do all this tricksy stuff and he'd run right across the bag and jump and whatever. But you see that a lot now. Shortstops running right straight through the bag.
Talked about a lot this season, the bona fide slide. And that fastball just a little high. Another one he didn't get the call on. I think it's worth a look.
Yes, it is.
Another look. It was an outstanding play.
You see this. Watch him come across the bag. He just keeps running like he really isn't afraid to get taken out.
And as the season has progressed, you've seen very, very little dispute about those plays at second base on those double plays. Early in the season we did about what a bona fide slide was. Well, here's ball 4 to Goldschmidt. Suddenly some problems for Barnes as he has walked 2 in a row.
That's the last thing you want to see is 2 walks, 3-run lead, nobody out, 2 walks. You see Farrell jogging out to the mound. What's going on here?
He's had Ziegler throwing out there, so he would appear to be warm.
He doesn't want Ziegler facing Lamb. I guarantee you that. Ziegler had problems last time out against all those left-handed hitters.
And one of the reasons John Farrell is out there, not Carl Willis. Carl Willis is not here tonight.
Oh, that's why. Exactly, because you never see him running out there.
Carl is at his son's wedding, and so John has double duty. And he came out there and he said, you know, if you don't start throwing strikes, the manager's going to take you out.
You got Pedroia telling him, you know, ground ball, you know, 1 pitch, ground ball, you know, trying to calm him down. Don't be walking the house now.
But you're right about that submarine style of Brad Ziegler. Very effective against right-handers, but not quite as much against lefties.
No, I think he may go to him after Lamb.
Yeah, with Weeks coming up next. Lamb is 0 for 2 with a walk, but he has driven in a run with a ground out. First and second, nobody out. This one a long way from secure as that one is up and away. He's not getting that corner.
His ball's up, his fastball's up, he's yanking him.
Robbie Ross has already been used in this one, so has Junichi Tazawa. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the righty. Inside and down low. So right now he can't throw a strike.
No, he can't. You know, he's worried about it. You think about it, he's got a guy at the plate that can go bridge. legitimate home run hitter. You don't want to throw him a cookie, but you have a heart. You can't even throw a strike, let alone a cookie.
The man at the plate leads their team in home runs with 24. 2-0 to Lamb. He tried the outside corner and missed with that. Now to count 3-0.
I think he got robbed a couple of hitters ago on strike 3. But since that time, those balls are outside.
Well, if he walks Lamb, he walks the bases loaded. And would bring the go-ahead run up to home plate with nobody out.
A little green light here, too. You never know.
And missed badly. He's got to come out of the game.
Oh, that was absolutely ugly. But they're going to go to Ziegler now that the left-hander's gone regardless. But you leave the bases loaded. Wow.
So the Red Sox continue to have bullpen issues. 3 consecutive walks by Barnes. And he leaves behind a mess. Bases loaded, nobody out. Red Sox up by 3. Ziegler coming on. The Wolves at the door here. More in a moment. Presenting sponsor of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, dedicated to striking out cancer in kids. Arbella donates $50 for every K by a Red Sox pitcher, up to $100,000. Arbella Insurance Foundation here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Big time trouble brewing here for the Red Sox bullpen. Matt Barnes has just walked the bases full. Ziegler out of the pen. Now he's coming off a rough outing, a blown save and a loss Thursday night against the Yankees. Gave up 4 hits in 1 inning and 3 earned. The 3 runs allowed, a season high as a member of the Red Sox.
Coming back facing his old team. He's been there 6 years. What a way to come back. Bases drunk. Nobody out.
And a home run threat in Ricky Weeks, who has hit into a double play and gone 1 for 3. And he'll take a strike. And the crowd likes the sight of that for a change.
They love strikes. That was a rising sinker baller.
Doesn't sound like it's possible, but it's true with him.
I know, isn't it?
Bourne at third, Goldschmidt at second, Lamb at first, and the 0-1.
Ooh.
0-2. A little dangerous.
I thought so. Ball just stopped. There's so off speed right here. This looks like a good pitch to hit when it gets about right there, and then it just turns. See how off balance he is?
Well, this is up to Brad Ziegler because no one is throwing in the Red Sox pen. Bases loaded. And the 0-2 to Weeks. He got him. On 3 pitches, he struck him out. A huge first out.
Then he starts this slider right at him. And he was like confused. He didn't know. I guess I better swing. This thing might come back as a strike. I don't think he meant to throw it there.
That'll bring up the right-hand hitter from Cuba, Tomas, who has gone 0 for 3. Reached on an error the last time up. It's a hot smash to third. Could have been ruled a base hit. No place to put him, and he's wailing away for strike one.
Boy, that looks like it's harder than 86 miles an hour. It's in a perfect spot, down and away.
And Ziegler coming on, throwing strikes. The reports are that Brad is heading back to Arizona at the end of this season. Right now he's trying to get him out, trying to get the Red Sox out of a big jam. Ahead 6-3, but the bases are loaded, one down. 0-2. Bourne at third, Goldschmidt at second, Lamb at first. 2 strikes on Yasmani Tomas.
So you gonna throw him a frisbee or stay with that sinker ball down?
Line foul as he golfed it off to the left.
That's the frisbee that just stayed inside. That's a scary one, the one that just sort of spins. Stayed inside. He couldn't keep it fair. He's way out in front. But he's trying to throw that thing all the way across the other side of the plate. You don't want to get beat on that thing. I mean, you know, the sinker ball could get you a double play.
And that has been his stock and trade.
Right. You start playing with that frisbee, it might go out of the ballpark. Get your ground ball.
Ziegler's 0-2. He struck him out. 2 down.
He gets that ball down. He said, forget about that frisbee. Talk about sinker down and away, paint. Another one down out of the strike zone, a swing and a miss. Here's that frisbee that he almost gets crushed, and he goes back downstairs again, swing and a miss. Great location on all those pitches down and away.
Back-to-back strikeouts by Brad Ziegler brings up Chris Owings. That settles in there for strike one. Well, he's got this crowd behind him. He is going to make a lot of friends at Fenway if he can get through this inning and bail Barnes out, who left behind an absolute mess. The 0-1 pitch fouled away. So the count 0-2.
Why do anything different than just that sinker down and away? Got so many swings and misses from it, you just don't want to hang a breaking ball.
He's trying to strike out 3 in a row since being summoned with the bases loaded. The 0-2. He did it.
What an inning. What an inning. He did throw the frisbee, not even close, and he swung.
He got Weeks. He got Tomas. And he nails it down by fanning Owens and leaving them loaded. For a Red Sox relief pitcher this season, Brad Ziegler just turned it in, coming out with the bases loaded in a 3-run game. Looked like it was all about to come apart, and he strikes out 3 in a row.
I had a feeling that's what he was going to do, but that's hard to do. I mean, he's not a strikeout pitcher, but he is against right-handed hitters.
I was on 10 pitches.
Ooh, immaculate almost.
Almost. Adam Lowen out of their bullpen. Left-hander, big one at 6'6", 245, and right over the helmet of Aaron Hill, who is hitting for Travis Shaw. That'll wake you up.
He's trying to throw this ball right down the middle, almost hits him in the head. A little get me over fastball, but it's head high.
Sandy Leon on deck. Red Sox ahead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Craig Kimbrell now loosening in the bullpen, getting ready for a potential save.
Boy, Ziegler shows him up with the 3 punch-outs.
And the left-hander with a 1-1. Home runs tonight by Sandy Leon and Brock Holt. Brock's was a 2-run shot. Sandy snuck his down the right field line. Brad Ziegler just flat getting it done against his old mates.
Whatever he's done wrong is all forgotten now.
You ain't lying.
Boy, he could be devastating against right-handed hitters. They are so confused. That sinking, that rising sinker ball and that frisbee that just leaves the zone.
Now he was golden tonight. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Hill. Another former Arizona Diamondback, hitting .234 with a homer, 5 runs batted in for the Red Sox. Playing in his 1500th game. 160 career home runs. Most of his career has been a regular. Here comes the 3-2. Pop foul back out of play.
This guy Lowen was a pitcher for Baltimore early in his career, and he turned into a hitter. Made it to the big leagues, I believe, with Toronto.
He was an outfielder in 09.
Right. Yeah.
Then went back to pitching.
Then he went back to pitching. That's kind of a freaky thing. Decent hitter. I saw him. He swung the bat pretty well, but obviously not good enough to stay there.
Canadian born, 3-2, and popped him up. First baseman Goldschmidt waiting on this one. One man gone. Let's go back to that last half inning.
Yeah, check this out. I mean, this is not pretty by Barnes. He walks Bourne, he walks Goldschmidt. Just couldn't find his fastball. Yanked the fastball 3-0, ball 4 to Lamb, and here comes the man Ziegler. Little frisbee inside corner. See you later, Weeks. Sinker down and away to Tomas, and then a frisbee that didn't even get there, and see you later, Owens. That's one of the biggest appearances of the year.
I think it's number 1 out of the bullpen, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't happen very often. Bases loaded. The way it happened too. You know, the 3 walks and the 3 punch-outs.
Here's Sandy Leon. Hot shot right to Lamb. And Sandy Leon retired for the first time tonight. 2 away in the 8th.
I'll tell you what, Barnes jumped out of that dugout and gave him a kiss. I'll tell you what. He was.
He did.
They showed the dugout. He was, I mean, happiest guy in the world.
So he'll turn it over.
Check this out. Look at this. I'm surprised he didn't just leap over the fence. That's all forgotten. That's a beautiful thing. It erases that. It really does.
Left him loaded. Here's Brock Holt. Brock with a 2-run homer last time. He scored 3 runs tonight. Red Sox ahead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th.
I think that was the best bolt Brock Holt ever hit. The home run. He can't hit a ball any better than that.
I would agree. Hit a grand slam in Toronto, but kind of
it was a line drive, right?
It was more of a line drive down the line. This was a power shot.
I could tell by the way he was running around the base. He had a smile on his face, like that's a ball that I crushed that ball.
This one looped towards center field, coming on Bourne, and will make the catch. So we go to the 9th inning at Fenway. Kimbrell trying to come on and close this one out and make it 2 straight. 6-3 Red Sox. For the Jimmy Fund again this year. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved this season. Everybody saves at Bob's, the only choice for untouchable furniture value. Available in-store or at mybobs.com. To the 9th inning. Kimbrel looking for his 19th save. 2-3, a .350 earned run average. Making his 38th appearance of 2016. It's going to be some task to top what we just saw.
I was just thinking to myself, I tell you, I'd be embarrassed to save this game. The guy before just punched out the side with the bases loaded. He gets nothing.
Aaron Hill takes over at third base after he hit. So it'll be Hernandez. Instead, it's going to be Phil Gosselin to hit for Hernandez. So Chip Hale going to his bench. Brito's supposed to hit next. Looks like they're going to hit for him as well. First fastball 98, so that's in good working order from the Red Sox closer. Boston ahead 6-3. They've out hit Arizona 8-5. Both sides have committed one error.
Boy, Kimbrel's looking for a redeemer big time after last time out. What, 4 walks?
And the 0-1. Little topper foul to make it 0-2 on Gosselin. And last time out for Kimbrel, 2/3 of an inning against the Yankees. He walked 4 men, and John Farrell had to lift him in the 9th inning. No manager ever wants to do that. Come and get your closer in the 9th.
You don't see those kind of an appearance, just like Barnes walking the 3 with nobody out.
0-2.
Well, that cheese can get away from him in a hurry. You know, I know he's had the knee problems and what have you.
Looks like Drury on deck. And he would hit for Brito. 1-2 coming. He yanked that one. 99, but off the plate.
Maybe try that breaking ball. Got a better feel for it.
Kimbrel looking for what would be a 4th straight strikeout for the Red Sox bullpen, and he gets it. Got him to bite on the curveball. He could not hold on, and that is 1 away.
Didn't know where his fastball was going the last 2 pitches. Goes to the breaking ball. That is not a strike, but the hitter cannot hold up. That ball's way in the dirt. Looking fastball swings, can't hold up on a breaking ball.
So Brandon Drury announced, a .256 hitter, 10 homers, 29 runs batted in, right-handed stick. Red Sox leading 6-3 in the 9th. In for a strike. Red Sox hopeful of gaining ground. San Francisco has a 2-0 lead over Baltimore in the 4th inning.
And that's Bumgarner.
The 0-1, that was called a ball, but might have been a strike. Ted Barrett said no. 99 on the gun.
Whew. That's rising cheese. Not like Ziegler's rising sinker.
1-1 coming. That one missed badly.
Well, he rubs the ball every time he gets it back. He'll rub the ball down every time.
Is he trying to raise up those seams?
I don't know what he's doing, but he does it every time. Does the same thing, same routine.
Fly ball, well hit right field. Betts back, still backpedaling. He's got it. 2 down. And then some carry on it, but 2 away.
Boy, he gave that a ride. Drury hit that ball pretty good. See that fastball away, not necessarily down, but away. He drives this ball. Ball slicing on Betts. He goes back and catches it. Not much room left.
That brings up their leadoff man, Segura, who has gone 0 for 3 tonight. Red Sox 1 out away from a win here at Fenway, and they would win the series. Fouled away, 98-mile-an-hour Swifty for strike one. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Sox, 3 runs on 5 hits for Arizona. Kimbrel, the 5th relief pitcher to be used tonight by John Farrell. Nobody more impressive than Brad Ziegler. Summoned into the game with the bases loaded in the 8th inning after 3 consecutive walks by Barnes. And he struck out Weeks, Tomas, and Owings in succession. Fenway got a little bit loud on that 3rd K. Here comes the 1-1. Chopper to first base. Hanley Ramirez has that, and that will do it. The Red Sox win the series with this victory tonight. 6-3 the final. And tomorrow we'll go for a sweep with Rick